I'm about to get started on fixing this pigtail on this fuel pump control module on this Kia. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I've been using solder sleeves basically for the last 6 years or more. I wasn't too big into soldering before that, but these solder sleeves make repairs so much easier if you know how to use them properly. I'm going to show you what I do with them, the way I was trained to make it with the best connection. I've seen some people struggle with those, and then also you want to make sure these aren't very pretty. Like they look okay, but they're not very pretty whenever you're done. So you want to put some heat shrink around it. I picked up this pack pretty cheaply. I think it was like $6 or something with a bunch of colors. I haven't used any of these bigger sizes right here, but I've used a bunch of these and then a few of these ones and a couple of those. But let me show you how. Let me start with a little bit of advice from experience here. Only cut one wire at a time. You see how there's multiple white wires? You don't want to cut all the wires and then try to remember where they go. So you're going to pop this first one, cut it, strip it, heat shrink it, and then go to the next one. That way you don't lose where you are. There's two brown wires here too. So you want to make sure you stay in order. I've already got the first one done, so I'm on the second one here, this pink wire. The first thing you want to do, you make sure you want to slide this solder sleeve far enough up so that you can get enough room to work around it. So the first thing I'm going to do after that is I'm going to bend somewhere in the middle of that exposed wire. I'm going to bend that into a J or a V or a fish hook shape, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other new wire, but in the opposite direction, and then link them together, and then pinch them closed on both sides and slide that solder sleeve over it. There's another look at the J on the new side. Now I've got them both hooked together, and I'm going to pinch them closed like this, and then the other side like that. So now they are hugging each other, I guess. And you're going to slide this over. I can't slide it with one hand, so I had to put the camera down. You want to get that solder joint over where those two elbows or the two J hooked together. And also you want to heat in the direction that you want the solder to travel. So I'm going to heat this side first and then go back and forth like this with the heat, getting that to melt. I also can't use the heat and hold the phone at the same time. So I heated here. You can see that silver strip in the middle. That solder moved over, melted into this. These red strips, or whatever color or size you're using, those other colored strips in the solder sleeves, those are waterproofing. You melt those as well, and that keeps water from getting in. I have been in the past in a spot that I know will never get water. I have trimmed off and made it shorter. Another thing I've done sometimes is sometimes I don't have enough left on the wire, so I trim off right past, like right here, right past those so that I can have a shorter solder sleeve to fit into the space that I need. So typically that's the finished product, but I'm going to go ahead and slide this solder heat shrink over it. Actually, one more thing is after you're done heating it up, you want to hold that straight for about 5 to 10 seconds to make sure that that dries straight. If you let it kink, it'll dry kinked, and then it'll be in like a weird situation. So now I'm going to heat that shrink tube up, and it'll clean it all up. All right, there we go. 2 wires done, like 6 to go. What's y'all's method on professional wire repair?